Oh, what's up, guys? We are live. I just boomed my way into that introduction then. Halfway through, didn't know I was live. Yeah, disaster. Yeah, big disaster. Let's go to the comments. Who's on board? DJ's up. DJ, what's up, man? How are you? I'm good, man. How are you? Hope all's good in Scotland. And Big T, even in Big T, what's up, man? Bunny. Yeah, any Bunny? Big T. I think you all nominated me for horror YouTuber of the month. I don't deserve it, obviously. It. I appreciate the nomination, but I really don't deserve it. You know, I think Jake, or I think it's a toss up between Jake and Lauren and Sam. Yeah, they're running away with it. I mean, you know what? I don't want to win that award because what the hell does that mean? I've got to like make a promo video to like plug new content creators. I can't even do that. I can barely hold a stream together. So the idea of like trying to like put together some sort of like crazy promo for like a load of people who I want to like, put forward as horror YouTuber of the month, that would probably be a bit of a disaster. So yeah, it's probably best if I don't win. To be fair, Chris is on board. What's up, Chris? What's up, man? Don't deserve it with that promo and shit. Well, yeah, okay. The promo was fire. I'm not going to deny the promo was fire. I'm not going to be modest when it comes to the promo because, like, I am in rock mode. So in third person, that promo was fire. The Real Fifth Beatle just nailed it on every level because the Real Fifth Beatle only talks in the third person. Yeah, and you are right, Chris. That was that promo was fucking legit. I got like serious heat for that promo, deservedly so, because that promo was fucking lit, man. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it was fun. You know what? It was fun. It's like, Jay said, put out, why don't you do it like a promo, like a shoot promo, like a wrestling style promo to plug, this whole, like, YouTube of the month thing. And I was like, you know what, when he messaged me he DM'd me on Twitter, and I was like, fuck, it's not a bad idea. And I was like, how do I go about it? And I was like, who can if I'm going to do like a shoot promo, I'm gonna have to try and sound like a legit wrestler. Now I understand. I went with The Rock. Now, yeah, I don't sound like The Rock. The Rock's The Rock. I did my best. It's I did as best as I could. It's not perfect, but I think I did reasonably well. I was considering going with like Paul Bearer because I think Paul Bearer is like an easy voice to do. You don't have to be American to be able to do that voice. It's like you could be from anywhere and you can pull that accent off. And then I was thinking of doing maybe Jesus Christ, Macho Man, because Macho Man's another like it's if you impersonate Macho Man, everybody instantly knows who you're trying to impersonate. It's like, oh yeah. You just have to say "ooh yeah" in that raspy voice, and people know exactly what you're doing. But I thought if I'm going to throw like insults in as well with a voice, I thought The Rock's the perfect. There's no one better than The Rock to trash talk, and plus his voice, although it didn't sound anything like him, it was enough like him. And you throw in like Jabroni and Candy Ass, and people instantly know who you're referencing. So yeah, it was a no-brainer to go with The Rock. Plus, The Rock's like, there's not many who can compete with with The Rock when it comes to trash talking. It's like Stone Cold, The Rock. It's like they are like eight, top tier trash talkers. So I thought I'll go with The Rock, and it seemed to work. People seem to like it. So yeah, that's the backstory to the whole thing. But um, let's just go back into the chat briefly. This is going to be a short stream, probably for another like half an hour. Pizz is streaming at 1 a.m. So it's going to be a late night for me because I'm going to be jumping on that one. I probably get to bed about, fuck me, 3 a.m. UK time. Jesus. That'd be like 10 p.m. US time or EST time. Eastern Standard Time, the only time that counts. I don't know where I've gone now. I've gone away from comments briefly. Okay. Okay, DJ says, how are you? Longest day? Yeah, June 21st, longest day of the year. It is the summer solstice. So yeah, so how does it work? So is in Australia, is it their shortest day of the year? I'm not entirely sure how it works. In America, is this your longest day of the year as well? Is it just us? I'm not entirely sure how it works. So is June 21st your longest day of the year in terms of sunlight? I really don't know how it works. Big T said, "Oh, Big T, thank you, man. You have a great channel. Don't beat yourself up, man. I look forward to it every week, as I'm sure everyone else does too." Oh, Big T, yeah, you've been a big fan. You've been a big supporter of this channel for for as long as as long as I've been uploading live. You've been there, man, and it means a lot. It means a lot because this channel is it's. How would I describe this channel? It's spit and sawdust. It's bells and whistles, not bells and whistles. Spit and sawdust. It's basic. It doesn't have fancy camera work. It doesn't have fancy lighting. It's just a middle-aged man with access to a webcam and a laptop who just wants to talk about horror movies and other random shit. And the fact that other people have jumped on board and appreciate that's great, man. Because it's this channel's never going to be. You're never going to see me in a fancy studio with like amazing camera work and 4K shit and 4K that and 8K, 12K that. It's never going to happen. I am just literally just a middle-aged boomer who can barely work a mic, barely work a computer, but just likes to talk about movies, horror movies specifically, and that's basically it. So if you like that sort of thing, if you like this low level, and I think people do. I think people people do appreciate this like low level, so it's like live streaming where it's like it's not professional. It is quite basic, and because it's free of bullshit. Because don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people with high quality cameras and this, that, and the other who are like don't speak bullshit. But I think when it comes to, it's like as long as you've got someone with like limited number of subscribers with not great editing, crap cameras and that, at least when they come on live they're going to talk the truth. When I'm just talking truth. I'm not beholden to anyone. I'm not like on the pay list of anyone. I'm not getting invites to watch movies and shit. I've seen a few black phone reviews already from YouTubers who have had advanced screenings. I'm not saying that they haven't been influenced by these screenings, but let's face it, if you're a YouTuber and you're getting an advanced screening to watch a film 1 week before premiere, maybe you're going to be influenced by the people who sent you there and paid for your expenses. Possibility. Maybe I'm being a conspiracy theorist, maybe not. That's just I'll also say I don't see many negative reviews from these YouTubers who are paid by companies to go and watch their product. Is it a conspiracy theory? Well, sue me. I don't think it is. You know, maybe it is. I mean, I'm sure there's some genuinely great movies that get sent out to YouTubers to go and watch early, a week early, 2 weeks early, whatever. I'm sure there are some movies which are fantastic, but I'm sure there's a few movies which are probably not so fantastic. That some of these YouTubers, get it on screens too, and they just they love those films so much. They love those films so much. Not a negative comment out of them, but that's the way it is. That's the way the world works. I'll grease your palm with money, and you do exactly as I say. But so yeah, if you're looking for a genuine, honest, positive response or negative response of a movie like The Black Phone, maybe wait until the movie actually drops in cinemas for like the regular public to see it, and don't just base it on people who basically pay to watch these films. Um, so, Chris, have you seen Black Phone? Are we talking about Black Phone here, or are we talking about my promo? Because that Black Phone is not. When you miss the chat and you go back into the chat and you're not quite entirely sure what everyone's referencing, I'd like to think you're talking about my promo and not the Black Phone. Although I hope it is a good film. Yeah, I think he's talking about. Yeah, I don't think he's talking about the Black Phone somehow. But you're the jabroni talking like that. Chris says you were sounding pretty American. I thought I was sounding really. Have you noticed? Have you ever like spoken in an accent which is not your own, or even your own accent, and then recorded it back, and you think that's not me. That does not sound like that's not. I am not. That is not me talking. That does not sound like my voice. Well, because I think everybody does that. Whenever you speak on camera and then it plays back, and if you think it doesn't sound like you, well, multiply that by 20 if that's you doing an American accent, if you're not American. Because that was me when I rewatched that video. I was, you know what? I did the shoot promo. Second take, I thought it was going to take me about 50, 60 takes to do that. There was a couple of fuck ups. I briefly looked away from the camera, and I did. If anybody doesn't know, the Rock, when I said at the end, the eyebrow raising whatever stronger than it, I was meant to say faster than a buck, stronger than a mule, or stronger than a mule, faster than a buck. But I got them mixed up, so I end up saying faster than a mule and stronger than a buck. And well, yeah, it's not right. So basically, a mule isn't even fast, and probably a buck isn't strong. I don't know, but I completely got them mixed up. It was basically it's one of the Rock's greatest ever. If you like the Rock, if you like Rock's heel promos, just go and watch the Rock in Toronto in like I think it's like 2003. It's just one of his best promos ever. And I basically ripped that promo off and completely fucked it up and got things back to front. But yeah, it's a fantastic promo. Oh my holy shit, man! The Rock just destroys Toronto in that promo. Everybody loves destroying Canada in promos. Shawn Michaels in Montreal 2005, one of the greatest promos of all time. The Rock 2000, whenever it was, Toronto, so good, man. Fucking hell. Um, yeah, Bunny says, "Man, he killed." Big T says, "Don't think it would have made that promo better if Dan was dressed to a speech." Perfect Big T lol. Big T says we don't get visited by who's doing it. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, Lorne's not doing promos. He's got a good reason as well. I'm not going to go into it. He DM'd those guys, like me and Dan and that. He's got a very good reason not to be doing promos and stuff, uh, which makes sense to me. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, Jess and Corey may do one. I think Jake's gonna fucking stroll this anyway. It looks like Jake's gonna win. It was between Jake and Visited by Voices, but I think Jake's gonna take it. Yeah, Sam should definitely cut promo, man. Yeah, Sam's got the sass. Sam is like, definitely should consider doing that shit. Sam could be called better. Overly primed. He says the thing about YouTube is everyone can be their own Joe Rogan. He gives you platforms because I mean that is exactly right, man. I mean, for somebody like me who like didn't grow up, grow up on YouTube, maybe. I'm 45. When I say grow up, I mean grew up watching on YouTube. Joe Rogan, maybe is probably the right phrase. Yeah, I mean, I understand that because it's amazing for all its faults, for all the faults that YouTube has, in terms of like just the way it just destroys content creators because they have like an opinion that doesn't agree with them, or they just like they get involved in the analytics and shit and trying to control how people think. For that reason, for YouTube, I don't like that side of YouTube, and I do think that YouTube was a purer place before it was owned by Google. I mean, it's become more professional since Google took over, obviously, but it's not as pure as what it was. YouTube, late 2000s YouTube, man, it was so good. We just did, we just be obviously broadband. Do you say broadband in America? I don't even know if that's a UK thing, but basically the idea of fast streaming services and shit like that, and so you can just put a video on and just watch it, and it's not buffering constantly. Which came about in like 2005 in the UK, 2004 maybe. But then YouTube came along, and it was just like this idea of just like people can just be whoever they want to be, say whatever they want in front of a camera, and this is similar to what this is now. This setup now. This setup that I have is very much like 2007 YouTube, 2008 YouTube. Because if I'd got on board, if I'd been like 15 in like 2007, to 2022 me, this would be an amazing setup. This would be like, a great, like an amazing studio with like light and shit. But because I'm old, because I was like old then, I was like 30 in 2007. Everyone's come late, so I'm late to the party. So, it's, I'm not trying to like say, justify like a shitty camera and a shitty background. It's just the way it's just the way life worked out, you know, kids and marriage and stuff, and late to the party with not even late to the party. It's like YouTube came along in 2006, but nobody's watching YouTube then. It was like I got onto YouTube like maybe 2008, watching stuff. Finally set up an account in maybe 2011, and finally upload content. 2021. So it is what it is. Uh, um, I'm echoing. Hang on. Sorry, I was just. Can people hear me? Am I still echoing? Audio issues? Is things back to normal? Why am I echoing? Don't quite understand what's going on. I'm echoing now. Okay. I know you've got no issues, but I've got issues of this side. So, um, does anybody know? Does anybody know what to do if I'm echoing and you can't hear it? Yeah, I don't know what. Should I just carry on talking and then just like talk over myself? Turn your auto playback off maybe in settings. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Okay. Audio. Right, okay. Listen, Pizz is going to be going live in about 20 minutes anyway, so I'm just going to end this stream now because I don't really know what's going on. It did this a couple weeks ago and I had to reset the computer. So, considering like Pizz is going to be going live in like 20 minutes, I might just like end the stream now, which is a bit of a bummer, but um, it gives me time to reset the computer. So, thank for everyone who's jumped on. Thanks a lot. But thank you for everyone jumped on. Thank you and bye. And I'll hopefully things are sorted out next week.